Sasha. How are you? I know we haven't seen each other in a minute, so catch me up on what's going on in your life right now.
Well, at first, it thought it was going to be easy after I joined geometry,
Yeah.
but now it's not,
Okay. Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
afraid to fail.
No, that's completely valid. The fear of failure is so anxiety inducing. But it sounds like to me that you've been telling me you haven't had trouble in the past, so what's really tripping you up about this one?
Well, I just want to pass this grade,
Yeah.
and geometry is just too much.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you say too much, what do you mean?
Like, I'm trying to do stuff for this class and do stuff for this class, and I can't find time to meet in the middle for geometry.
Okay, that makes sense. So it sounds like you're feeling really overloaded based off of all the work that you have. And then geometry comes in and it's a lot harder than you expected.
Yes.
Does that sound right to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. No, that's completely understandable that that would be overwhelming. So tell me about geometry and what that classroom's like and how that's been going for you.
Well, it's chaotic, and I feel like I'm not catching up fast enough.
Yeah, so when you say it's chaotic, do you mean like the pace or do you mean just like the classroom environment?
The pace in the classroom environment.
Okay, yeah. So it's going a little bit faster than you feel like you can prepare for, and then also it sounds like it's hard to learn because the environment's so chaotic, loud.
Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry to hear that you've been dealing with that. Um, so have you been able to talk to your teacher and get any adjustments or?
Sometimes.
Okay, sometimes. Tell me about those times you've been able to talk to your teacher.
Well, I've been able to ask for help when I needed it.
Yeah, okay. And do you feel like your teacher was able to meet your needs, or do you feel like you were left wanting a little bit, I guess?
A little bit of both.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Um, so what do you think, what has been helpful in your other classes so far that is helping you learn?
Well, taking notes.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So are you able to take the notes the same way in geometry, or is it just
Yes, same way.
okay, yeah, absolutely. But when you're taking them in geometry, it's you're finding a harder time learning in the way that you don't in other classes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So you take really good notes, and is there anything else you do that you feel like really helps you?
I like we do practice for each question.
Yeah. Do you get to practice by yourself or practice with a partner?
Sometimes.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. And do you feel like do you have an easier time when you just work on it by yourself, or do
It
you?
depends.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, have you been able to get extra attention in class when you've needed help?
Sometimes.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so I guess right now I'm wondering what can we do to help you feel more confident in your skills in class?
Just a little more time
Yeah,
and someone to be able to like guide me for the stuff that I'm missing.
yeah, absolutely. So you just need, or it sounds like to me that you are saying that you just need a little bit more interaction and a little bit more one-on-one help.
Yes.
Does your school offer any tutoring afterwards that you could get a little help with?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Would you feel comfortable going to that after class?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know it can be. I know you've already got a whole bunch on your plate, so I don't want you to feel overloaded. Um, Going back to you were saying these feelings of being overwhelmed.
Mm.
Is there anything that you do in these moments that you feel like helps you?
Listen to music.
Yeah. So what about music really either calms you down or just makes you feel more settled?
Puts me in the zone.
Yeah, absolutely. What is that experience like?
Like it allows me to cancel everything out and just focus.
Yeah, absolutely. So it kind of like zones you into the situation.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Are you able to listen to music while you're in class?
Yes.
Okay, well, do you think your teacher would be open to the idea of maybe letting you have some earbuds in while you work on your work?
Yes.
Okay, would you feel comfortable, going up to this teacher and asking, I'm having a little hard time. Would it be okay if I had something to cancel out some of the noise? Or there are other options as well. Even if your teacher maybe wasn't okay with the idea of headphones, they have those noise canceling earbuds that can
Yeah.
sometimes just cancel out on some of that noise. So would you be open to trying something like that?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Well, if you'd feel comfortable, when you go to class after our session,
Yes.
if you'd be able to ask your teacher, and if that doesn't work out, maybe we can look into getting those noise canceling or noise reducing earbuds.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And maybe that would give you back a little bit of that peace that you're not getting in your geometry classroom.
Yes.
Um, but you mentioned something before that you felt really surprised
Yeah.
that you weren't doing well in this class. So
Yeah.
that makes me think that you've done really well in the past, right?
Yes.
And so I know it can be really frustrating to know that you're good at something and then run into something that you
Yes.
don't feel as confident in. So tell me a little bit more about those feelings.
Well, usually I'm passing other classes,
Yeah,
but now it's just I've hit a rock.
yeah. And that can be frustrating. And I know a lot of the time we can reflect those feelings back onto ourselves, like there's
Yeah.
something we've done wrong. But
Mhm.
to me, it sounds like your classroom has been a really big issue for you. So I'm hoping that you're not taking out any of those feelings on yourself because it sounds like you've got a pretty loaded schedule and you got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So I just want to take a moment to recognize how impressive that is that you're able to do all of these things.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry that it's been really stressful recently.
It's okay.
Yeah. So when you have those moments of doubt in yourself, what's that inner monologue going on in your brain?
Like we can do better.
Yeah. So that I think that's a really interesting thing that you say is like we can do better. Is that it kind of sounds to me like you're frustrated that you're not doing as well as you know that you can.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I know that can be really frustrating and make you feel like you're not as good as you used to be.
Mhm.
Well, it sounds like to me you're working really, really hard to do your best. And that takes a lot of effort, right?
Yes.
That's a lot of effort and energy. So I think we need to take a second to commend you for doing all of this hard work, even if it's not as easy as it used to be.
Mhm.
So I think you're putting in a lot more work than you think you are, and that you're that seems like a really good strength is that you're willing to challenge yourself by working harder when you don't understand something.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you don't deserve help also.
Mhm.
So yeah, we can look into talking to your teacher,
Mhm.
and especially since you mentioned to me that music is something that really brings you comfort and strength at least, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, no. If you'd be willing to try those things, I think that would be awesome.
I am.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, and okay, so you told me that when you were feeling like frustrated and not super confident in yourself, that you had that thought of, we can do better than this. I think that can be a little bit of a critical thing to say to yourself, right?
Yes.
So do you think it could be possible to maybe reframe that thought into something that would be more useful or productive to you?
Yes.
So maybe rather than we can do better than this, it can be something like, wow, I'm noticing that I'm having a really hard time. And maybe that's a sign that you need a little bit of extra help.
Yes.
Because when we tell our things those types of things, even though we're not saying it out loud,
Mhm.
repeating those things about ourselves that we're not good enough, that we're not this, that we're not that, it kind of reinforces in our mind that that's true, even though it probably isn't.
Yes.
So when you're noticing these like negative thoughts and stuff like that, maybe try and see if there's a way to reframe it, not as if there's something wrong with you, but you're just having a hard time with the subject, right?
Yes.
Because you wouldn't be bad at a fish because it can't fly, right?
No.
Because fish aren't supposed to do that anyway. So you got to take everything within the context of the situation, especially because you're learning something new. Up until I want to say the way high school is structured up until now, you haven't really had to deal with shapes and anything like that, and all of that type of calculations. That stuff's hard.
Yeah.
So I want you to pat yourself on the back a little bit and give yourself some grace because that's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I see a lot of potential in you, and I know that you can do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are you looking forward to for the rest of your day?
Just try to get to make it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Are they serving anything good for lunch today?
Don't know, but it probably ain't.
Fair enough. Okay, so awesome. Now that I'm glad that I've gotten the chance to talk to you and that we've gotten the chance to go over a couple of things that have been stressing you out.
Yes.
It sounds like to me that you've been pretty overloaded, that you've been doing really well in other classes, but thus far it's just been really surprising to you that not geography, geometry has been so difficult. And I think we discussed a few things that might be able to help you, especially like cancel out the noise and maybe talk to your teacher to see if you can get some extra help. But what I've noticed throughout our session is that you're very driven to trying to figure things out and understand. And I think that's really awesome. And it shows that you're trying really hard. So you're definitely, I, yeah.
Thank you.